Hello everyone, and welcome back to the woods at Lone Pine Tarot. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. In today's reading, we're discussing a fun twist on a blessing reading, where you're honing in on a new opportunity that is fated to cross your path. This could mean something entirely unexpected, or perhaps a breakthrough you've already been searching for but maybe just haven't found yet. But before we find out what it is, though, let's choose your pile. Over here on the left for pile 1, your leader today is Valley. In the middle for pile 2, your leader is Carrot. And on the right for pile 3, your leader is Needle and Thread. Pause here, of course, if you do need an extra moment to decide on your pile. But when you're ready, your timestamp is waiting in the description. I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today on the new opportunity crossing your path soon. And of course, as you recall, you were drawn to Valley for your pile leader. Let's put that up by the pine cone, and we'll start with a combination of tarot and oracle cards. So, calling on Spirit for the highest best good of pile 1 today. Could you tell me more about where this opportunity is coming from, aka the context, as well as more details about what it is and where it's going? Thank you. Okay, a new beginning of some sort, pile 1, because the Fool, being the very first card in the entire tarot deck, and the number 0, well, it's about beginnings and endings. So this new opportunity is not just, of course, a new beginning, but inherently it also means a door closing on a chapter in your life in some way. And especially having come up upright, the Fool is about starting a prosperous new journey, and or because I tend to read these two cards, the first, at least I should say, first two tarot cards, as kind of the context. Some of you might have already began this new journey or this new adventure. So if that relates to you, or if that resonates, this fresh new opportunity is related to that new thing that you've already started. But let's keep going. We'll see what other context comes out. Then we have, yes, the Six of Swords. Okay, Six of Swords is all about moving somewhere new. Sometimes that can literally mean in a physical manner. So perhaps if some of you have already started a new adventure or you've decided to, it's related to moving. Or if you've been seeking this new opportunity to move, maybe you've even been looking for a new place or trying to figure out what's the best place for me to move to town-wise or maybe even country-wise, right? This new opportunity is coming in that exact area of your life. And if not a physical move, then at the same time, the Six of Swords being a sword suit card, which is related to the mind because it's air, can mean a move forward to better, greener pastures in a mental way too. So not a physical move, then it might be for you a positive mental move, okay? Something that's better for your mental health, something that helps you make progress in that area, especially when it comes to getting away from what no longer serves you, okay? Very beautiful energy at the very beginning here for you, pile 1. And then we have the Tower. Okay, so this card can technically be scary when we look at it at first glance, because it can mean, a disaster, right? But I like to read it, too, with the silver lining of, yes, there's a major change coming, pile 1. But at the same time, the tower falls because it was built on shaky foundations in the first place, which really what it means is it's a way of the universe clearing out the old that was on shaky foundations. It wasn't meant to last. And then you're able to build on a better foundation in the future, fix it up, make sure the next venture or attempt is even better, or next goal. I guess it really kind of depends on what the new beginning is for you specifically. So that the tower you metaphorically build in the future is that much stronger and it doesn't fall down. Okay, so what that means for the third card in this position, this spread I'm having here at the top, is that, yes, new beginning, moving forward in some way with the Six of Swords, and it's a major change of some sort, okay? It might seem a little bit chaotic at first because that's a bit of that tower energy. It's not necessarily the smoothest, but it really just, trust me, pile 1, it's for your best good is how I would put that. Okay, so seems like just massive change coming for you. Let's see what the last card is in the first spread. Judgment, yes. And that's another really good indication here that it really is a good thing, because judgment upright can mean, well, sometimes literally judgment, but especially in this spread, it's leveling up. It's another interpretation I often use with the Judgment card. So it's a level up in life. It's moving to the next phase of something too. So for those of you, as I said, have already started a new beginning or you've already been considering it, this is like a complete huge opportunity for you to finally like move up in the world or like move to like the next better level of something. So like if it's a house, for an example, it's going to be way better than your last living situation. Or same thing too, like if it's related to a career that you've been leaving or starting a new beginning with, the next job or the next career that you're choosing here is going to be way better because of that level up energy of Judgment. It's literally like, okay, we did everything we were supposed to do here, everything that we could get out of this situation we got, we're moving on. And yes, it might have been kind of a scary, chaotic change or massive change with that Tower card, but at the same time, it was a great, wonderful improvement. Okay, so just to summarize pile one, your new opportunity coming your way, at least everything I'm seeing so far, is just moving to greener pastures, new beginnings, and things just getting a lot better after maybe just a little energy of chaos. But sometimes, in the universe and in our lives, in order to change, we need the chaos of the Tower. Okay, so don't be scared of it. Just see it as, it might kind of come unexpectedly, this new opportunity, but it's not an unwelcome unexpectedness, okay, is what I'm hearing, especially because of Judgment. So let's keep going with your Oracle cards. We'll get some more details. We'll have the Vintage Wisdom here first. Spirit, what else do you want to tell pile one about this? We have Wisdom, and it's very Athena-oriented with the owl on her shoulder, which, of course, Athena was a goddess of wisdom, or is, I should say, and as owls are also associated with that. And the Yellow Rose, which is always, I think, representative of friendship. And yellow means happiness and joy, and also just overall a very, golden colored card, which makes me think of abundance and success and wisdom, I'm actually going to draw one clarifier on that, because wisdom can go in a million different ways. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say about that. Clarifier on wisdom, please. We have the King of Cups, emotional wisdom. Something that's a lot better for you in terms of your heart, in terms of relationships. You know what? That's what it is. I'm hearing intuitively that this place that you have an opportunity to move or level up to, pile one, is a place where people there are a lot more emotionally wise and mature, combining the meaning of wisdom plus the King of Cups. Very specifically, the King of Cups as a court card can mean a person who is older, masculine energy, and could be a water sign. That's Cups and Tarot is water. And on top of that, as I said, they themselves are very emotionally mature. They're very good at reading relationships and maintaining them, things like that. So say if it's like a job that you've been wanting a new beginning with, or a career, this might be, say, a manager there that's a really good manager, which is always a blessing with any new job, because, we all know how bad a bad manager can make a job, right? So for those of you this is job related that you're kind of already feeling, that to me, I'm feeling intuitively is like a new manager at this place, okay? For those of you that it is, like, say, a physical move of some sort, I'm feeling that more as a general energy of the people there at this place that you're moving to. It's just going to be a lot calmer because people there are more wise about relationships. They're more gentle, really, is the main keyword I'm hearing, okay? Wonderful energy. And on top of that, he even does have a ship in the background behind him. It's very faint. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but yes, the ship, of course, makes me think of a voyage. Very similar to the Six of Swords, which, once again, is just more synchronicity, I think, that a lot of you might be moving here, or it's an opportunity to do so if you want to take it. But let's look at your Nature's Whispers Oracle. Anything else about this, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, well, this one is quite prominent, so we will take it. Ooh, celebrate differences as a verb. Number 3, we have both land and sea. If it's moving, it's a place that's very beautiful in its landscape and very beautiful where it is like, you know, like the physical earth, but I think it's also on the cusp of water. I think it might be on a shoreline somewhere, pile one, if this is a physical move thing, like I said, for you. And also, it might be on the border of something as well. Like, I don't know, like, it depends on where you are in the world, of course, you know. From an American perspective, I always think of like it might be on the border of different states, like if you live in America, right? Or wherever you live, it might be, say, like a province or whatever the term is, wherever country that you live in, pile one. That, or if it's not like a modern border, it might be near where like a border was traditionally, okay? That, or if this is career related for you, you're already recognizing it as that, resonating that way, pile one, then I would say the border interpretation is more about it's like a job or a company that's on a cusp of something, or like their building is physically right next to a shoreline of some sort, or like by cusp in a metaphorical way, I think, I feel intuitively it's as if the company is like they do kind of two different things that don't necessarily seem like they would be like your immediate guess as to what that company would do based on the other thing that they either make or they sell or whatever service they provide. And on top of that, I think they might be international, this company for you guys, because with Celebrate Differences, that always makes me think like having to work with people from a bunch of different places. So it might be kind of a big company too, if this is a career or job move, or once again, if this is a physical living situation for you. Once again, of course, when you live near or on a border, even if it's not a modern border, and like traditionally still the cultural differences might be there, like that's, of course, living in a place with lots of diversity, a lot of different kinds of people there. And despite that, though, people get along really well. Just like that King of Cups I was telling you about, that emotional wisdom, people that are really good about like getting along with one another, okay? So lots of different cultural perspectives there, lots of people getting along, and just harmony is the main other keyword I'm hearing too. Could also represent the job place too in terms of harmony, like just everyone there is very harmonious for the most part, or at least in comparison to the last place you were in, be it a job or a living situation, it's much more harmonious than it was, okay? So beautiful, Celebrate Differences. Yeah, there's something about the physical move people here that it's just a really beautiful area to move to. Scenic, I guess, is the main word popping out. And then let's look at your main tarot spread to gain some last details on this new opportunity. I might also be able to glean some timing for you based on the court cards that come out, so let's see what Spirit has to say about that. We have, number one, the Nine of Pentacles. Well, you worked hard for it. So Spirit basically is saying with this Nine of Pentacles, pile one, you've earned it, okay? I always describe this card as you put the quarter or the coin in the machine, you get the gumball out. So you've put in effort, you've put in resources, you've earned it, okay? So I think it's something you've already actively been kind of working on. Hence why the Fool might have been the first card that came out in terms of like how that resonates, because like you might have already started this new beginning or you've already been like planning for it. Okay, so you've been working hard for it. Maybe even a long time, because I think this is technically a bonsai in the pot there. And bonsai take a very long time to kind of carefully cull and grow and shape and form in the exact structure that you want them to grow in, right? Beautiful. And then we have, oh, look at the Tower came up again. Okay, so this is the recent past. I wonder if a lot of you already have had the massive change and chaos that came forward. Actually, you know, the Tower might also represent, because of it being in this position in the main spread, that's one of the reasons why you are inclined to or already did leave a place before, because some sort of disaster happened. If it's a physical location in terms of like your home, maybe there was a natural disaster. Of course, we think with the storm, like lightning bolts and stuff and like rocks falling down, I don't know, like flooding, hurricane, tornado, something along those lines. Of course, that also really heavily depends on where you live in the world, what natural disasters are in your area, but something along those lines. And I wonder if some of you are moving to a valley specifically, speaking of your pile leader. But yeah, this is the recent past card, so it's like, I think a lot of you already have gone through that massive change. So when I said the Tower earlier, a lot of you might have been like, oh, okay, I already know what that was. Like, I already dealt with that, but yes, so big change. Very important milestone in your life, this opportunity. And then we have in the present position the Five of Cups. And once again, we have someone, or like a scene that's on the cusp of right next to water and like a divide between two different pieces of land that just makes me think of borders once again, like being very close to either a cultural or a literal national border of some sort. or state border, province border. And then the Five of Cups traditionally means actually a sadness or a hardship pile 1, but because this is your present position, I think this is Spirit just acknowledging that because of the amount of change that this requires, hence, the Tower, right? That's a big change in your life. They're acknowledging that there's probably a lot of hardship you're going through right now in order to get there, okay? Because a lot of changes like this, especially when we're leveling up in life, we're getting to someplace better with a new beginning, it does take hardship. Sometimes we even do get a little bit sad about, leaving the place behind, because maybe there was something about the place that you were in before that you did like at least a little bit, even though you might technically think, wow, this new place is a lot better for me despite that. And I wonder, too, if what triggered this new opportunity in the near future is it was like a loss of some sort that spurred you on to think, you know what, maybe I do need to change this, or this is an opportunity for me to change this too. Okay, let's keep going. And then we have in the 4th position in the near future, Temperance reversed. God, look at all these major arcana too. You have the Fool, Tower, Judgment, and then the Tower again, now Temperance. And once again, we have a card about being on borders, because literally it's about like hot versus cold. There's something really odd here about being on the cusp of something that's very heavily repeated. So just know that Spirit's emphasizing that point, no matter if it's like career or physical location, pile 1. And then the Temperance card reversed might be a little bit of a piece of advice for you as you go forward with this new opportunity, should you choose to take it, which I think a lot of you, as I said, already are. But let's look at the last card to get some context before I fully explained that one. And then, yes, we have the Ace of Swords, which once again is about a new direction. So it's kind of redundant. We've been talking about a new direction this whole time. But it can also mean a breakthrough. It can also mean a new idea. So being next to Temperance reversed, that is a little bit of piece of advice from Spirit for you, that when you are choosing where to go next, if you haven't already decided, when this opportunity comes along, focus heavily on moderation and balance. I mean, that's not just emphasized just because Temperance reversed came out in the near future or the advice position, but also because you have so many cards that are about being on the cusp of something, making sure that we're balancing between two extremes and not leaning too far in one or the other direction, okay? Now, because the Ace of Swords came out next to it, that makes me think, because that is a card of new ideas sometimes. Like, you might get other ideas along the way while you're going through this new beginning or figuring out this new direction, place to live, etc., career. And so, yes, you might have an inclination to follow these new ideas because you're like, okay, well, now after this chaos, I finally have all this freedom to kind of go the direction I want to go through or to. But Spirit's just warning you, don't take extreme options. Try to find middle paths or places or locations, careers, etc. that, yes, follow the middle path, or like they balance two different worlds. Okay, especially because even in the symbolism of Temperance reversed, it's like the ice versus the hot or the flames, and them together creates that steam. It's like sitting in that liminal space instead of following one extreme or the other. Okay, now that might be kind of vague, I know, because you're kind of like, well, what does that mean? Usually that kind of interpretation, like it'll make sense and it'll click at the time, because, for example, some of you might get to the point where this new opportunity comes along and actually there's like a choice of like two different paths, and one is more extreme and one is more kind of the middle path. In that example, just for that, for the purposes of illustration, that would mean to take like the less extreme path rather than like the really winding one, I guess is the best way I can put that. So yes, but overall, I mean, great new place, no matter if it's a job or a physical location. I know it's been tough. Spirit's acknowledging that, and so am I, because of these cards that have come out. You've worked really hard for it. And that's why this opportunity is coming your way, pile 1. And it'll lead to a complete new beginning, a better place for you, a level up. Remember that Judgment card. People that are better too, with the King of Cups especially. People that are different but get along very well. There's lots of harmony. And it's also just a breakthrough in general in your life with that Ace of Swords. So beautiful. And that was your reading today on the fresh new opportunity flowing your way. I hope, well, number one, that it resonated with you. Of course, I think a lot of you, if you're resonating with it, you're kind of like, yep, had the major chaos thing, the major change, new beginning, etc. And so that part might have been like just you nodding along and being like, well, okay, but hopefully like the end part brought in some new insight of where it's going, right? So just know it's going to a very good place. But yeah, so yeah, if you liked it, if it resonated, if it helped you in some way, please like the video, please comment down below, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and thank you so much if you choose to do those things. And as we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night, and I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Bye, Pile 1. Hi there, Pile number 2. Welcome to your reading on New Opportunity coming your way, and as you recall, you were drawn to Carrot for your pile leader. So we'll put that up here and begin with a combination of tarot and oracle cards. Calling on Spirit for your highest best good. Spirit, can you tell us more about this opportunity coming their way? Context, what is it stemming from? What is it and where is it possibly going? Thank you. First off the bat, we have, oh wonderful, the Ace of Cups. A blessing also sometimes can mean a new relationship, because cups are related to relationships and emotions. Then we have the Chariot, driving forward, gaining control over chaos, doing something in a controlled manner. Especially when it comes to progress. It's a really good card in making strides. Let's look at your other two. Then we have the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, it can represent a situation where we felt we lacked victory. And we have the Ace of Swords reversed. Interesting. Ace of Cups at the very beginning, but Ace of Swords reversed at the very end with the last card. Can mean that we feel as if we were lacking ideas in some way. We're lacking breakthroughs. So I think this new opportunity for you, Pile 2, is in the recent past. There's been a situation where you felt as if it was some goal that you've been working on, and you felt as if you were unable to attain victory in some way with it, and that it was really hard to either get a breakthrough with this thing that you wanted victory with, or it was like you got to the end of your tether in terms of figuring out, okay, what new idea do I have to actually get this to victory? How do I get this to the finish line and succeed with this, okay? And so the new opportunity is, based on that, a blessing coming because of the Ace of Cups that helps you make the progress and helps you gain control over it that you didn't have before, hence the Chariot, okay? So really, just to summarize so far, the first little glimpse of this new opportunity is progress in an area where you've been stalling and lacking victory, okay? But let's, of course, get some more context with your other cards. Wonderful news. Spirit, anything else you want to say to Pile 2 about this? You know, I'm hearing for some reason, I don't know if some of you work in the health industry, healthcare, pharmaceutical, something like that. A lot of you, this might be related to a health, oh, well, look at that, I swear to God. And then healing just came out. You saw me, I said it before, and then right afterwards healing came out. Yes, okay, for sure, I was right on the right track with that. Healing. So I think a lot of you, this might be related to a job that has to do with healthcare, healing, taking care of others. And even if not in a traditional healthcare or like doctor, nurse sense, it could also mean healing in terms of, I'm hearing hospitality business, or it's some sort of business that you have or work for that helps heal people, not just in a physical way, but it could also be like an emotional, spiritual, or mental way as well. And specifically, she's got like a tonic or like, medicine behind her in the amber bottles. So I wonder if, oh, some of you, it might be pharmaceutical. Or if it's not medicine necessarily, it's like a metaphorical medicine, or it's like something that's like mixed together. I don't know, it's really odd, but that's what I'm hearing. And that's cool that healing came out right after I said that. I was like, wait a minute. So yes. That too, and I'm hearing, and not just that, you know, especially for those of you that you're not resonating with it being like a healthcare or healing related thing, it's that this new opportunity with this blessing and this progress forward is going to heal something in some way, even if just yourself. It could be your confidence, like, because maybe before you were lacking confidence because you're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm never going to make progress here. I feel like I'm never going to make it. And then so that knocked your self-confidence. And then inherently, because of the progress coming, this opportunity to do so, that heals yourself in a way in terms of your self-esteem with this goal that you have in mind. And then we have, vulnerability. Speaking of self-confidence, I was just talking about that too. It's funny when those things happen right after I say them. Vulnerability, yes. Also protecting the vulnerable as well is what I'm hearing. Could be with children. It could be with people who are in like bad economic situations, etc. Any ways that we possibly can be vulnerable. You know, also like maybe it could be like elder care, senior care, helping older people who are vulnerable as well. It's an opportunity coming that way for sure. Because I just think about the way that she's laying in the leaf. It's so fragile. Something that's very, and even if it's not with, that's another thing I'm hearing. Even if it's not with people, it could also be healing in the environment. Especially when I said fragile, because I thought, like fragile ecosystem. Some of you might work in like environmental science as well, or something with like the, like your Department of Natural Resources, or that's what we call it in America. I don't know what the similar types of organizations are in other countries in the world. Feel free to tell me down in the comments below, but you know what I mean? Like your national park system, state parks. If it's not, as I said, literally with people that are vulnerable, as I described before. But also with the self-confidence thing, it's like a vulnerability. It's caused a vulnerability in yourself so far with the lack of progress. And maybe you feel like you're also in like a very vulnerable situation, which of course, like say if you're searching for a job is one example, that of course can make you feel very vulnerable. You're like, God, I feel like my situation is so fragile. But then comes along this healing, not just helping other people heal, but as I said, it's like a healing internally too. And it's interesting because I didn't even talk about Carrot yet. And I think this is technically a wives' tale. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But carrots are traditionally, at least, associated with the idea that they can help improve your eyesight when you eat them. So it might also be specifically about the way people see things. Maybe if it's related to environment or vulnerable people, it's like helping people understand perspectives on the vulnerable or vulnerability, or it's like helping people see where there's issues in that area of life that maybe doesn't necessarily get seen very well. It's like you're improving the eyesight or the perspective of something to other people so they notice this thing more. Like some of you, it might even be like charity work where it's like, okay, hey, this is a problem that not a lot of people or society doesn't really notice or focus on, and part of this opportunity is you getting a chance to shed a light on this. Like, yes, this is something we need to pay attention to more, that we just, I guess, unfortunately as a society we might ignore a little bit. A vulnerability. And then one thing too, this is really out of the blue, but I'm going with it. Some of you might also be engineers, and it's about pointing out a vulnerability in something, in a structural vulnerability. I'm not an engineer myself. I mean, I have a STEM degree, but it was with computers, right? I don't know much about like bridge engineering or architectural engineering, but something, or mechanical too. Oh, hey, look, Two of Swords. So once again, tell me in the comments below if like that makes sense, but like a structural integrity or vulnerability thing is like you'll get an opportunity to fix it. I guess I don't know if in engineering a lot of you get like contracts, or like you do like 1 gig jobs and you're not necessarily, I suppose some of you work with firms too, but anyways, something to do with some of you with engineering as well, like a vulnerability that you fix. And then Two of Swords reversed is often indecision, the inability to choose one way or the other, or not having a choice. So I think, too, not just because of the issue that you had in the past with this, where you're like, God, I'm lacking victory. I feel like there's no breakthroughs. I feel like I have no ideas, or I've expended all my ideas. On top of that is the first card from your main tarot spread. You're like, I was in a pattern of indecision, or like nobody was choosing something. Nobody was choosing to do or pick something. Let's keep going. We'll see what the other cards are around it. We have, but strength. Speaking of like vulnerability and like especially structural integrity, like strength of something, or helping people improve their strength in some way too. And I think as well, Pile 2, because this is the recent past card here in the second position, it's like, especially it's the cacti blooming in the desert, it's you being commended by spirit for the strength that you've had in a period of drought. Okay, the rain is coming. You're going to get that opportunity, of course, because that's the whole theme of the reading, but in the interim and everything up until this point, it's like you've been living in a desert. You're like, God, there's no opportunity here, but you've been prospering or trying to bloom despite that. That's what strength is all about as a tarot card, is about our willpower and our confidence and our ability to withstand what seems scary or what seems intimidating, okay? And then we have, wonderful, the Five of Pentacles reversed in your present position. So you're just on the cusp here, pile 2, of overcoming a hardship related to career or money. That's what the Five of Pentacles reversed represents. Sometimes the Five of Pentacles reversed can also represent a time when, like, an institution has failed us, or like society has failed a certain thing, because in the traditional depiction of the Five of Pentacles, it's two people that are down on their luck walking outside of a church. So it's literally like a place of charity or a place of healing and help, but like it's like they're not allowed to go inside, or like they, at least maybe they don't feel confident enough to go inside. So when Five of Pentacles is reversed, it's like, okay, that authority that's supposed to take care of people or supposed to notice people, right? Finally either like is made to notice them to help them with this thing, or like they're made to, like they're finally noticed by that organization or authority, whatever it might be. So once again, it makes me think of protecting the vulnerable, okay, as vulnerability did come up, right? But yeah, in general, overcoming your hardship in that area. And then we have, the Ace of Swords. We got it upright this time in the near future position, pile 2. So it was blocked before. We didn't have an idea. We didn't have any breakthroughs. But now in the near future, we'll have finally a breakthrough. Finally. Okay, so Aces 2 also represent new energy. So it's like a new beginning of some sort. Be funny if you got the Fool next, because that's kind of the energy I'm feeling, but we'll see. A new idea, something new. And then we have, okay, not the Fool, but we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is you building a legacy. It's an opportunity not just for breakthrough and success and overcoming your financial hardships, pile 2, but it's also you building a legacy of something, of finally being able to like build wealth or support your family more, or also if this is like related to protecting the vulnerable, or it's like related to protecting the environment in some way. Of course, that's a lot about like legacy, like passing down a legacy of protecting that vulnerable group, or same thing too with the environment is the legacy of passing down healthy land to the next generation, okay, or healthy environments to the next generation as well. Oh, this is very beautiful reading, pile 2. Look at that. We have healing, we have protecting people. Also too, if it's an engineering related thing, then the Ten of Pentacles as an outcome could literally mean like protecting like the foundations of future generations above. So I wonder if some of you might even be doing something that's kind of revolutionary, because when we have the Ace of Swords next to the Ten of Pentacles, it's like a new idea that is passed down in the future. So it might even be something that nobody has really technically fully done before, or it's like a new method or technique of doing something, and you know it works. And you're like, God, I wish I could get this to the world. I wish I could fix this problem, because I know that it would either like change the field, or it would change something about the area that you work in or that you're trying to achieve with this goal. Wonderful, pile 2. Look at that. So quite a straightforward reading. There's not much else to say. I mean, I guess just to summarize, you know, in an area you've been struggling with breakthroughs and lack of victories, a blessing will flow forward that helps you make this progress towards, after a time of drought, a place where you can overcome your financial hardships and help maybe people that are vulnerable with an institution that's failed them. It's a new breakthrough, a new idea, passing a legacy down and fulfillment with your finances and career. It might have something, as I said, to do with engineering, healing, things like that. And I am being called just in the end here, pile 2, to ask a question regarding where is this coming from? Because we said the what in terms of the opportunity, but we need to find out, I think, at least I'm being called that way, to find out the where and the why. Where is this opportunity coming from, pile? Or for pile 2, Spirit, thank you. Where's this opportunity coming from? Page of Swords reversed. King of Swords reversed. Well, dang. That's a lot of court cards. And another court card, the King of Pentacles. Okay, people. From people, a person. Page of Swords reversed can mean... Well, I'll explain what each card means in terms of a person. So this is going to sound weird at first, but just hear me out. So the Page of Swords reversed is typically someone who is more youthful. They're smart, and they might be an air sign, but they might have issues with either finding out their direction. So maybe the vulnerable that you help is youth. That like you're trying to help them find their direction in life. And same thing too, the King of Swords reversed can represent a person or people that are air signs, or they are older, masculine, and they can be maybe kind of ruthless, or maybe like they use their power in like an abusive way, especially in terms of like law or communication or like mental health. That's often what swords are about in tarot, because it's the air suit, right? And it's like helping these youth find their direction, or these might be actual just literal people involved. And then the King of Pentacles is often material success with external endeavors related to our career or our finances. Or once again, it could be a person that, just like the King of Swords, but positive because it's upright, is a person that's older, masculine, and is an earth sign. Okay. Helping... God, I wonder if the blockage in the past was a King of Swords reversed energy, which could literally be like legal things were in the way. Like, not that you were breaking the law or wanted to, right, pile 2, but it was like there was too much red tape to just fix the thing. Because that can mean King of Swords when it's not a literal person. Because like the swords, I always kind of think of justice, right? But then someone comes in and they help. I think that's that King of Pentacles. I think it might be a masculine earth sign that's older. And they see the benefit in what you're trying to do in order to fix these things. I don't know. Some of you might even be helping to rewrite laws. I feel like. Because King of Swords and Page of Swords reversed are like, it's like an entrenched law or like written thing that it's there just because of tradition, but really because of the Page of Swords, which is like youthful energy, it's more just kind of confusing, and it's, I don't want to say immature, but like it was really poorly thought through, and so you're like trying to fix that. So with engineering, obviously that could be like building codes, or like if it's helping the vulnerable, it's helping trying to rewrite laws with them so that they're better protected. It's something along those lines, pile 2. And on top of that, I mean, this just screams that this opportunity is coming through a person, because you have 3 court cards here. Because we asked originally, like, what's the why? Where is this opportunity coming from? Definitely a person, and I think it's that King of Pentacles, older masculine earth energy. Could be a businessman. Sometimes that's what the King of Pentacles is represented for. It is also someone with power in a business or a field. Someone that has the ability to invest in something too, because pentacles are often about money, right? They have the power on the financial side of things and in the business side of things to help you. And like they notice and they're like, okay, you actually have a really good idea here. It could also be if it's like a job that you get hired at, pile 2, that it's like, this is your manager, is this King of Pentacles. I'm feeling. Well, either way, I mean, looks pretty good to me. Especially, maybe that's why it's a legacy too, is because it's like a law being rewritten or fixed. And that's why it's legacy. Because it changes something overall for a society for a long time, I'm hearing. Anyways, really cool. I mean, tell me down in the comments below if you're resonating with this, what this is, because I'm really curious. Like, this is a really cool reading pile too. Also, good work on what you're doing, whatever it is, because it sounds really good and helpful and important. So I want to know. Let me know in the comments. So yeah, if you liked the reading, if it resonated with you, if it helped you, yes, comment below, number 1, but also like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And thank you if you choose to do any one of those 3 things, if not more than one. And as we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, excuse me, whew, my voice got a bit scratchy there. As we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night, and I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Bye, pile 2. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your new opportunity reading. And of course, as you recall, you were drawn to Needle and Thread as your pile leader. So we're going to put that up by the pine cone and start with a combination of tarot and oracle cards for your reading today. Calling on Spirit for your highest, best good. Spirit, tell us more, please, about this opportunity coming their way. The context, what is it stemming from? What is it fixing? What does it do? And where does it lead? Okay, thank you. Number 1, the Emperor reversed. Number 2, we have the 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, so first 2 cards off the bat here, pile 3. The Emperor reversed is often about an area of life where there is a lack of structure and or a lack of leadership or a lack of organization. Sometimes it can be interpreted as, and it's especially related to an area where, because the 7 of Swords reversed is like someone getting caught with something, someone getting caught with having stolen something, or like security in some way, or like protection against bad things. So I don't know if some of you work in like law or with police work of some sort, guarding something. If that resonates with you, then this opportunity is coming probably around that area of your life, if that's like, say, your career. And, you know, sometimes too, the Emperor reversed can mean a problem that we're having with a masculine energy that try to get away with something, but they got caught with it. For those of you that are more resonating with that, I'm going to pull the second 2 cards from the first tarot spread here to get more clarification. 2 of Cups reversed. Could have been related to a relationship too that didn't go so well. And then last but not least, we have the Magician, though, as the final card, manifesting what we're trying to desire. Okay. Or manifesting what we're desiring, trying to. Anyways, you know what I meant. I said that kind of reversed. But so pile 3. Very interesting spread here. So for those of you that your job is related to the areas I described before, it's like something you've been trying to manifest with it. Like the precise thing that you've been trying to succeed with in this area of either, you know, as I said, security or more organization with something, or getting something to have more structure around it. That's what you're going to manifest here. That's what this new opportunity is. For those of you that this is more like a person you've been dealing with that got caught with something and maybe it kind of soured your relationship, hence the 2 of Cups reversed, that means with the Magician as an interpretation that you're going to manifest whatever it is you're trying to do to fix this situation, or perhaps, you know, especially with the 7 of Swords reversed, maybe you're trying to kind of get away from this person, in which case that would mean you're like, this would be like manifesting an escape from that situation, okay? Or it could, you know, even if it's not literally a person, pile 3, it can mean with the Emperor reversed that it's a situation that, it's just chaotic. It feels like you keep losing things, hence the 7 of Swords reversed, where it's like, it's not necessarily maybe theft, but it's like you kept getting a lot of losses because of a lack of organization. So say like you own a business. That's a really good example. It might not resonate with all of you, but just for illustration's sake, say you own a business and you've been having a lot of losses recently. I guess it could be technically theft, right? Like you've been catching the thieves, you've been catching people stealing things, or like you've been catching the losses, but it's like so far you haven't had an opportunity to actually fix it because of like structural reasons. Then for you guys, just with that example, that would be a way in which you manifest the security or like the fix to it that you're desiring. Okay, so this is one of those readings where there's going to be kind of a lot of different, very like, I guess, I don't know, very different interpretations of this particular spread, but as I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I feel like a lot of you, in either case, no matter what your situation is, this opportunity is just, it's something you've been trying to manifest that you will, okay? Let's keep going. These oracle cards will help give us some more context. Let's see what else pops out. Well, this one for sure. Ooh, balance. Fixing your balance, fixing the balance of things. Okay, so if it is, say, like a business or career related, it could be fixing the balance in terms of finances. Like literally like, here's our balance today or this week in this account. Or it could also mean that it fixes the balance of things in terms of that organization and structure I was talking about with the Emperor earlier. Okay. Some of you too, it might be literally a job thing that's related to balancing. Like say, I don't know if you work in accounting, of course you're always balancing finances with that particular job, right? But then too, I mean, maybe some of you literally are dancers too. It's a ballerina, right? So she's doing ballet, I guess. Yeah, it's technically ballet with the shoes. And or it's like you're trying to walk a tightrope, I'm hearing, in terms of getting across a certain situation in your life that currently feels a bit tumultuous or chaotic. I'm like seeing you specifically walking on a tightrope over what feels a little bit scary, hence the balance theme, but it's like the opportunity is you're going to like have a chance to walk through or over that tightrope just fine. Like it's a delicate balancing act, but you're going to manage it just fine, pile 3. Okay. Huh. And let's look at your last one too here with the final oracle card. Oh, maybe that's why you picked needle and thread. I just clicked with that, pile 3. It's like threading a needle. It's delicate work. It's delicate and it's hard to do. Hence, like, it's like why it's balancing on a tightrope, but you're going to manage just fine. You're going to be able to thread that needle. And then we have be true to your heart with number 26. We have, she's holding like almost like a compass in the shape of a heart in front of her, following your heart in some way. We also have a record player down here at the bottom. So for especially those of you that you resonated with the dance thing, this is just another clarification or synchronicity there, as in like music, like dancing to music in some way. But even though for those of you that aren't dancers, it's like being able to follow your heart. It's what you've been yearning for and you've been desiring for, hence why you probably wanted it to really manifest there with the Magician. Being true to your heart. I'm going to actually grab one clarifier on that one because I'm very curious. Spirit, can you clarify the true to your heart one? Thank you. Especially all that gold color too. Makes me think of abundance, success, and victory. King of Wands reversed. Lack of confidence. And the Four of Swords, rest. Putting to rest your lack of confidence. That's why. Okay. So, pile 3. You currently don't feel as if you're ever going to fix this because of that King of Wands reversed. Because the King of Wands reversed represents a situation where we feel as if, like, we lack confidence, we lack the ability to, at least even the way we come off about it, like maybe recently, even the way you talk about it to others, you're like, God, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this or manage this, thread this needle, walk this tightrope. But this is what be true to your heart means, is that you're going to be able to follow what your heart is desiring. And the Four of Swords means putting to rest that lack of confidence next to the King of Wands reversed, okay? Also, this Four of Swords can mean being at peace because, of course, he is resting. It is the card of sleep sometimes, too. I don't know if maybe even your sleep has been kind of disturbed recently because of the situation, especially if you're feeling like you're walking a tightrope or you're, like, threading a needle. You're like, oh, my God, this is, like, so delicate. I have to be super careful with this. But it's like you'll be able to find what you're trying to manifest in terms of peace and calm as well with this opportunity. Okay, let's keep going with the main tarot spread. I'm very curious to see what that says. Spirit, can you give us the main tarot cards explaining the situation with this opportunity more? Thank you. Okay, there's one already. There's 2. So 1, 2. Number 1, we have the Elder or the King of Pentacles. Yes, mastery or manifestation regarding job and career, finances especially too. Can also be a person. And then we have, the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. Yeah, you've really been wanting this, pile 3. Whatever this opportunity is for you, just know that, like, the main marker for what it is to recognize it is it's something that you've been wishing for. Okay, like this is like a wishes granted kind of situation with this particular spread. All the cards that have come out. I know it's been tough, but Spirit basically is saying, especially because Nine of Cups is often about emotional satisfaction. That's why it's like the wishes granted card. Especially next to the King of Pentacles, too, because that's success and mastery with finances and career. So I know you've been struggling. I know it's been tough, especially because, too, like the Emperor reversed and the Seven of Swords reversed is like, man, I've been having these losses, or maybe I've been stolen from, or like there's been this lack of structure or organization. And then, too, yeah, with the Two of Cups reversed, remember, it's like lack of harmony in relationships. As I said, it could be a relationship for some of you, too, but you're going to make it to where you want to go. Okay. And then, too, especially that King of Pentacles, as I said, can be a person. And a King of Pentacles in a situation is older, masculine, tends to be an earth sign. Or if not literally those traits, it can be someone that is respected in business or a manager within a job or a business. Some of you, maybe that's what you want. You're like, I want to have the leadership role in order to fix this organization problem, to fix these losses. Okay, something you've been wishing for, because the Nine of Cups is in the recent past as well. Reading that for my typical spread here that I use. Then we have the Explorer of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, another court card. I wonder if a lot of you might be water signs, especially because this, as the central card, is like the heart of the matter, or sometimes it does represent you as well. And it's someone that's trying to take action towards something that they're really passionate about in terms of like their emotions or their heart. So speaking of being true to your heart, you've been trying to be true to your heart, but you keep running into these situations or these like roadblocks, pile 3, with this goal you have in mind. And it's been really having to dig deep. It might have even been, like I said, a little bit scary, not just because of the tightrope and like threading the needle thing I was telling you before. I was like, God, it feels like so delicate and careful. But too, with the fish diving down, it's like going down into murkier waters. Maybe it's even been a little dangerous too. Not just in a metaphorical way, but like literally. Which, I mean, my condolences, pile 3, if you're resonating with the dangerous thing, because that does not sound, I mean, to put it lightly, fun whatsoever. But, and the Knight of Cups, yeah, taking action on what our heart says. And then, ooh, beautiful, though, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the near future. Okay, if you weren't already convinced, pile 3, that this is going to go well based on, like, the Magician, the manifestation thing I was talking about, and then the Nine of Cups, meaning wishes fulfilled, emotional satisfaction, and then boom, right after that we have the Wheel of Fortune in your near future, which usually means success and luck with something that we're trying to achieve, something that's fated to be yours as well. It's meant for you. You're supposed to have this thing. You know, often, I mean, I know this is a reading about, like, a new opportunity for you, but I almost feel like this is more not necessarily even an opportunity that you have to take, pile 3. It's more an opportunity that's just going to fall in your lap because it's supposed to be meant for you, because of the fate meaning of the Wheel of Fortune. It's your time. It's supposed to be for you at this time. Beautiful. And then we have another court card, Page of Swords or Child of Swords reversed as the final outcome. Now, that might be a piece of advice. It's meant for you, pile 3. You're going to get there. You're going to manifest what you're trying to do after this period of feeling like, I got to be careful, right? But the Page of Swords reversed as an outcome or final advice card can mean that Spirit is just saying to make the process even smoother and even better on your way towards this success with this goal, this wish that you want granted. Be aware of, what's the best way to put it? I'm going to just tap in for a second here, pile 3. Excuse me 1 second. That's what it is. Different perspectives, they're saying. Okay, so it's kind of like the Hangman in tarot, even though you didn't technically get that card, but especially because of the crow, like looking at the sword upside down, it's kind of seems silly at first. Like, why would you kind of look down just to look at the sword instead of just turning around and looking at it? But it offers this new perspective and sees this thing in a new way, because it looks at it kind of in a silly way. Almost because, too, the Page of Swords or Child of Swords in tarot is youthful energy. So with the advice of new perspectives, don't be afraid to entertain what seems like a silly idea at first. You're going to, at first, kind of be like, well, that sounds really stupid, or that sounds ridiculous. Like, why would I even entertain that thought? But Spirit is saying with that card that there's something there that will help you make this progress to stop those losses or help you get over this balance beam that's been a little shaky, okay? Let me see 1 second too. Let me get some more messages in. They're saying, okay, this is really weird, and I don't know how this is going to resonate. Sorry, I was quiet for a long time there. They're saying something about holding something in a different way. Hold it in a different way. I mean, let me know in the comments down below how that resonates with you. Right now, I'm kind of confused as the tarot reader because I'm like, well, what do you mean hold in a different way? Like, But sometimes when I say things like seem completely out of the blue, then you guys tell me in the comments below, you're like, oh, actually, it resonates with this thing. Oh, that made total sense. It clicked. And I was like, oh, okay. So just let me know in the comments if that clicks. But, yeah, hold something in a different way. And then I'm going to ask on top of that as the final cards here, what else is coming from this new opportunity after? Because I think you already know kind of what it is just because I've already told you it's something that you've been wishing for. But I want to know kind of what after that, like what good comes out of that. So, Spirit, can you tell us more about that then, please? Thank you. Queen of Cups reversed. And in a reading like this, we're asking what's going to improve or what's coming out of that that's positive. And that's a really re-emphasized message here. We have lots of synchronicities about following your heart because we had be true to your heart, remember? Also the Knight of Cups, which is someone who takes action towards what their heart is saying. And then we have the Queen of Cups reversed now, which, as I said, this reading I read a little bit differently because we're asking what's improving, as I said with the question. And a Queen of Cups reversed improvement is something that's regarding finally being able to live in a way that is in tune with our heart. Again, listening to our heart deep down. Being in tune with our heart. And then we have, okay, the Four of Cups. Huh. Let me draw the third card just to be sure on the meaning of that. And then the Six of Wands reversed. The good that comes from this afterwards. There's something unexpected that you're not noticing. It's like the main manifestation that you're wanting here, pile 3, is yes, of course, like the main neon sign blaring. Okay, here's the new opportunity. It's the great thing that you wanted, right? But the Four of Cords, something with cords. Okay, Four of Cords. Four of Cups is what I meant to say. Maybe cords resonates with you in some way. But the Four of Cups typically means like, because you can see here he's meditating. He's not noticing this thing off in the distance. He's looking either just at the Three Cups or he's got his like eyes closed. So yes, you have the main manifestation that you're hoping for, but the good that comes out of it is something unexpected because it's like this cup being held up to you while you're focusing on something else. And it's related to in the past where you lacked victories, because that's what the Six of Wands typically means. Like, oh, we lacked victory in some area. Okay. In the past where you have lacked victories regarding being able to follow what your heart says, this is where this extra unexpected blessing comes from. Okay, you're not going to expect it. You don't know exactly. It's like an added side benefit. It's like buying, I don't know. Oh, this is such a weird metaphor. You're going to think I'm really weird, but okay. It's like, I don't know why this is coming up. This is so odd. For some reason, it's like them showing me you buying a pack of cheese curds. Don't ask me why cheese curds. I have no idea. Maybe they thought you needed some humor to laugh at today. It's like you buying a pack of cheese curds and there's like an extra one in there that you didn't expect. You're like, oh, well, really, I wanted like the 20 cheese curds or whatever, 15. And then you buy it and they're like, okay, well, there's an extra one that I didn't expect. Well, that's cool. I don't know. Don't ask me why cheese curds. I don't know. You're like, this is so Midwestern of you. Okay, and then we have, the King of Swords. Success with speech. Success when it comes to our mental strategy. And then, yes, the Sun reversed, which is, in a reading like this, is read a bit differently, where we were lacking happiness or joy or truth before. Because King of Swords usually means truth as well. It's also a side benefit, the extra cheese curd, as odd as it is, of greater truth, of greater clarity. and greater happiness because of that. Because the reversals I'm reading are like what's out of balance right now. That's going to be fixed in the future here. Oh, sorry. That was my alarm for my timer for the reading, but did not expect that. Excuse me, I do time my readings just to make sure I kind of keep them to the same amount of time. But yeah, yes, greater truth, greater joy, greater happiness because of this clarity, because of... Yeah, it comes completely out of the blue. You're not expecting it. But deep down, I think you might, in retrospect, know that you like, well, I should have expected that, because it's also something that you've been trying to manifest because of this energy of the Queen of Cups reversed, of like, before it was blocked, what this heart yearning was blocked, but then afterwards, it's like, okay, I don't know, it's like you're manifesting this main thing, pile 3, but then really too, it's like you're kind of subtly not knowing it, manifesting this little extra thing too. Okay, just know that it'll bring joy, and that it'll bring clarity and truth and victory where there was a lack of it before. Even if you're not expecting it, it is coming your way, okay? So beautiful. Wonderful reading, pile 3, about your new opportunity, or actually it seems like 2 of them coming your way. I hope, well, you liked the reading number 1, that it resonated with you. Cheese curd jokes aside, whatever, and that it helped you. That's the other thing I always say, right? Number 1, my main goals with these readings is that you feel helped in some way. So if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you so much if you choose to do any one of those 3 things, if not more. And as we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night. And I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Bye, pile 3.